Well, I'd like to officially welcome everyone again to another Mikey Live program. I am your host, Mikey Hutchinson, and we are coming to you live from the Spice Isle of the Caribbean, that is Grenada. We are here to discuss the news. This is what we say, news discussed, not told. All right? And so we have a lot of things to talk to you about. We are happy all the time that you're able to make it, that you have the breath of life and that you're here so that we can have some fun while discussing the latest news. Let's take a look at the headlines. The RGPF anti-sexual abuse production. Oy, oy, oy. That was a really good one last night for those of you who were able to see the video launch on this program. Government provides the clarity, they say, on state of emergency, the COVID-19 regulations, and the curfew. Human remains discovered in village of missing woman 1 year later. We'll talk about that. And police investigating Calivigny shooting incident. We'll have a discussion on that as well as tents replaced at the stadium vending site where, well, you heard about it last night. So we're going to talk about that and more. By the way, a man was attacked on his date night in St. Lucia. Very suspicious, isn't it? We're going to talk about that in a while. And in the U.S., a thief berated a mom for leaving a kid in the car that he stole. All right, so in other words, he stole the car. And when he looked to the back seat, he realized that there was a child there. He was irate. He drove back where he stole the car, found the mom, cuss her off, and go with the car. I ain't making it up. Yo, you just can't make these kind of things up. Folks, we're coming back in a while. We'll talk about that and more. We got to let you know that the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of the Communal Cooperative Credit Union, Licks Laundry Detergents, Real Value IGA Supermarket, the Housing Authority of Grenada, Courts Grenada Limited, the Ministry of Health, Digicel, and Nawasa. Woo! Thank you guys for sponsoring our headlines. Of course, we're going to come back with the details in a moment. All right, folks, if you have not yet done so, again, you have to understand the importance of sharing the business, because when you share the business, that's when other people get to know that we are alive. So hang on. Let's take our first break. And when we come back, it's going to be real news in Ole Lili Lolo. So brace all yourself.
Hey man. Well, man, that's you make that trip. Why doing all this more?
Things tight since COVID, you know. And Christmas coming, the toys to build, my house and my car to repair, the wife go and chill with and what you want me to do?
I'm expect to do all that with more.
Well, what you want me to do?
Why don't go down my communal? You don't have to pay them until January. They have 20,000 in giveaway giving away, and the interest rate low.
And listen to me, I try them orders and them never look good. Who they want them on?
Well, watch. Like you have more than your ears. Choose your loan at communal, giving you the money for what you want to do. It's a loan for you.
You know what? I'll get them a little try.
Listen. Where you going down this mode? Don't need it. Leave the mud, man. When you go down there, the rates low. Low.
If your whites aren't looking whiter and brighter,
Just give them licks.
if your clothes isn't feeling soft and smelling fresh and scented all day,
Give them licks.
if your dishwashing liquid doesn't smell like lemon, protects your hands with vitamin E and gets rid of that stubborn grease,
Just give them licks.
just now. So that old smell, stain, grease mark and dust still on your floor,
Power. Licks for them.
if your toilet still has those stains and dirt marks,
Licks.
so the color's fading and the stains still in your clothes, huh?
Licks.
Your product's giving you licks.
Then choose licks from Walker Enterprises. Also available at all leading supermarkets.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen at the best price. We offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit or call us today for 143114-232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Feel good facts.
Avoid the most common causes of spreading the flu. Cover your coughs and sneezes with a tissue, dispose of it straight away, and either wash your hands or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are food grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. NAWASA, committed to meeting customers' needs.
All right, family members, well, welcome back to another Mikey Live program. Folks, yesterday, boy, last night, I hope you had the opportunity to check it out, boy, the Stomping Out Dirty Man. That was a presentation by the Royal Grenada Police Force, and it featured a woman and her young daughter and her boyfriend. You know, they were getting close. Well, kinda boyfriend, you know, kinda. You understand? Who later would sexually harass the young daughter. You understand? In the production, there was music, there was laughter, a little bit of humor, some intense moments, of course, you know, a glimpse of the reality of what some families have to deal with. You know, this young mother who would have just lost her job and having a daughter who was just about to celebrate her birthday and being unable to provide for her daughter, entrusted, you know, her safety in this man who would later, well, you know how the story goes with that. Trevor is his name. Folks, I hope that you had the opportunity to see that short film. If not, then you can always check it out on our page, MikeyLive.com, our website, or you can also visit our Facebook page and you would see that there.
He touched me. He touched me. It felt so bad. I know this is wrong. I want to tell mommy. I hate Trevor. I hate Trevor. I hate him.
Why, Trevor? Why?
I didn't mean it.
Why?
I didn't mean it. My daughter was
Trevor, you dirty man! My daughter,
Please forgive me.
I hate you! I hate you! Oh, really call the police. Come in, officer. Look at him right there. Stomping Out Dirty Man is a production by the Royal Grenada Police Force supported by the corporate community. Of course, since the showing of the film, there's been an ask, which is that there be a part 2 to what we have seen here. All right, so good job, guys. Good job. Yeah, your Commissioner of Police should be proud of you. We are moving on. Folks, the government of Grenada is providing, they say, clarity on the current state of emergency and the emergency powers COVID-19 regulations, which includes a curfew between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. daily. Let's say that again. Listen to the differences, right? The state of emergency and the emergency powers COVID-19 regulations, which includes a curfew between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. daily. They say that erroneous reports in a television newscast on Monday night have created some confusion among members of the public, and that is regarding the duration of the curfew. You know, so that's why we just try to keep it as simple as possible. Because sometimes when they get too elaborate and things, sometimes even you who presenting it might get a little confused with what you're presenting. But anyway, lately that talk day, providing clarity or attempting to provide clarity on the matter. Well, the Attorney General, because you know she was speaking on that. I think it was something last week, you know. Dear Forrester, she was explaining that in keeping with the Section 17 of the Constitution, the initial proclamation by the Governor General when Parliament is not sitting lapses 21 days from the date of publication, unless approved by both houses of Parliament. Subsequent to the Governor General's proclamation, the lower house met on the 15th of January 2021 and approved the resolution. Now, when the Senate meets later this month, members will consider the resolution already approved by their Parliament colleagues. Once both houses of Parliament approve the resolutions, the proclamation of the 11th of January 2021 will remain valid for a minimum or a maximum, of 6 months. So they are not saying that there's a curfew for 6 months. The regulations within will allow for the imposition of curfew, the time and so on and so on. Now, you remember it was explained that you don't want to keep going back into Parliament and going back and, you know, every time it lapses, that you have to keep going back to reinstitute a new period. So what they decided to do, so you have that window, the 6 months window, and within that there are the regulations, and within the regulations, you again you will decide, you know, the length of the curfew if there is any curfew at all. All right. So it's like this. To put it quite simple, instead of you every time you have to travel, you have to go to the gas station. You make one full up. That's supposed to last you a month. All right. So you have a month's supply of gas in your vehicle, so that if you decide to move Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you have fuel. Right? Instead of every time you have to travel, you have to go in the drawer, pull out that $20, go and get gas. Go in the drawer, pull out that $20, go and get gas. You understand? Just full up for a month, and whether you decide to move Saturday, Sunday, you understand, then you could move. You have gas. I don't know how easy I could put it for you. You know? If you're not a driver, then you replace that with something else. Yeah, that salt, sugar, anything. You know, you don't go to the shop. You don't want to go to the shop every time to buy groceries. You know, when you need the thing. No, you just buy it in a bulk, so that when you need, you can just go in the cupboard, go in the drawer, and pull out and you use. All right? I think I would have simplified that enough for you. Right, so we're moving on. So the government was trying to clarify that. Yeah, I mean, but anyway, let me just talk there. Yes, so the next thing that we have to tell you about, boy. So the minister and the ministry, they launched a little thing. It's called Protect, Respect, Always Wear Your Mask COVID-19 Prevention Campaign. That's what they launched. And they say that the objective is to encourage citizens and visitors to wear face masks when in public spaces to prevent the spread of the COVID-19. Now, the campaign, which promotes the personal, economic, health, and social benefits associated with the proper and continued wearing of face masks, has attracted the support of top government officials, business operators, community leaders, groups, they say, organizations, and individuals who are lending their voice to help spread the message. Now, Grenada's Health Minister, Honorable Nicholas Steele, who is one of the key messengers in the campaign, said that the ministry welcomes the support of the stakeholders, all of the stakeholders, in promoting the project, which is Protect, Respect, Always Wear Your Mask campaign, which urges everyone to follow the health and safety protocols to protect themselves, their families, and the community members from the deadly coronavirus, all right? The COVID-19. So what we have done, folks, we have posted an entire thing on that on our page, so you might want to go on there and check it out and things like that. Yeah, I mean, it's on our, again, Mikey Live page, Facebook page, and of course we have also put that on our website, MikeyLive.com, you know, so for persons who want to refer to that whenever they need to. We are moving on. How are we looking for time? Police confirmed the discovery of human remains. You understand? Yeah, boy. They say it seemed to be human remains in the community of Mardi Gras, St. George. Now that discovery, boy, was made today by a dog, you know. A little puppy, you know. A little puppy, man. You know? Yeah, dog. You understand? So the police, they are now investigating this discovery. You see that forensic evidence was collected, which may suggest or confirm the identity of the remains. Now, it is believed by villagers to be that of a missing woman from the said area. You understand? Who went missing just over a year ago. You know, her body was, or she was never found, you know. And so today, our family members were called to the scene, and there were police, and there were certain personal artifacts or personal effects that was found. Not artifacts, but effects. A watch was found, you know, close to where the body was found. And so they were calling in family members to see whether or not they recognized that watch. Now, the family said, well, they are not sure exactly what she was wearing at the time in terms of a watch and so on, so they cannot confirm or deny that. But of course, the police hang on to it, and they say that they would do further investigations, you know. So there's a man there today, boy, Mr. Ian Julian. He's also known as Pedro. He's the owner of the dog who discovered the body.
Is you will find it? Yeah, I just went on. Come, Sky. Come. I went and see about my sheep. And after I come out from seeing about the sheep, I realized it's a nice little dog. He will hunt. So I decided now to get a little run in the bush. And while we go across going up the hill now, I see he end up leaving, and he run in front of me. And he stand. So I say, what are you looking at? What you see there? And he stand up and he looking at me. So on the way looking at me now, I do something and I look at it and I realize, well, I walk down. When I walk down, I see something strange. When I look, I realize I see a head. So then I say, no, man. I say, he had to be a body. So the first thing come to me is Tandu that was missing for a year and how much? 12 days now. Yeah, so the same time when I saw it, I realized, I said, no, I have to go and report it. So I came down the same time and I say, well, I jump my car and I say, well, I'm going to report it. So I made a report. So I'm going to give a statement now to the police. So that's it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Bruised knees, swelling,
Well,
and
are you ready for you to partners? Take your time with me. You know, and so I could imagine the anxiety of the family members and so on, you know, wanting to know whether or not this is the remains of their loved one, you know. Within a few days or so, we will know the results in terms of the forensic experts will determine the identity of that remains. Oof. Yeah. Anyway, let's see, boy. We're moving on. Now, members of the Criminal Investigation Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force, they are presently investigating the circumstances that led to a shooting incident in the community of Calivigny, St. George. Now, according to police, that incident happened on the 18th. Now, that would be yesterday. You understand? One man is warded at the General Hospital in a stable condition as a result of this shooting incident. Police say that their investigations are ongoing. Now, last night we told you about a situation with the vendors in the stadium, boy. You know, the vendors were complaining that tents were removed from over their heads, you know, while they were not there. In some instances, while they were there by a service provider. Now, according to Senator Nolan Cox, who's responsible for infrastructure and so on, he said he only discovered, or he only found out about this last night, just the same. They were unaware of the situation, you know. And, you know, he was saying that they were rather disappointed of what transpired.
The vendors market at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Sometime yesterday, last night, it was brought to my attention, also other members of cabinet, including the Minister of Agriculture and the parliamentary rep, who is also the parliamentary rep for the Tongue of St. George, that the tents, which and the other amenities that the vendors were using at the market were being removed. We didn't have any knowledge of it at that time, and even prior, I myself didn't have any knowledge prior. Neither the cabinet had any knowledge of it, and so we seek to find exactly what transpired and what resulted in that. We are very disappointed that that incident took place. As you know, the government of Grenada have been supporting the vendors from since COVID to this date. And so we are very disappointed that such an issue happened.
All right. Now, the minister alluded to, well, the senator alluded to the fact that they have been trying their best to make sure that the vendors are comfortable in that site. And they believe that the move by the service provider was deliberate in putting the government in a bad light. In other words,
from our review, what we found out, and from what and discussion with the Minister of Agriculture last night, sometime in April, as of COVID, we moved the vendors from the market, some of the vendors, and we engaged a contractor to provide service by way of tents, tables, chairs, so the vendors can operate at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. The Ministry of Agriculture was the ministry the one footing the bill for this service. However, there was a challenge with the Ministry of Agriculture via the budget, and they were unable to to continue providing such services. As such, the Ministry of Infrastructure was then contacted to take up the responsibility to keep the services of the tent and other amenities. In discussion, the Ministry of Infrastructure observed that the rate for the service provider, current service provider, was a bit high, and sought to negotiate and sought to look for other service provider. It was observed that another service provider was providing the service at a much less expensive or a cheaper rate than the current provider. However, the current contractor, while his contract was coming to an end, it appears that he probably was not happy that the decision was taken to not continue with him. As such, it appears that there was a deliberate attempt to create some discomfort for the vendors and to create some embarrassment for government, because the tents were removed while the vendors were using it. And it was that is what it appears to us as government, and we are very disappointed.
Thank you very much, Senator Nolan Cox. Now, the vendors themselves also confirmed that the tents were replaced and they are now happy.
Yes, good morning. I'm Dorothy Sylvester, a market vendor. So I want to thank Mr. Wagiti for yesterday to bring tent for us and table. Thank him very much with the ministry, right, for responding to us immediately. And I want to say, Blue Bubbles, let it come and take the balance of the tarpaulin, the tent and the chairs and the table. Because why he disrespect us yesterday by coming to take off the tent over our head, and Wagiti stand up with us. So we want to thank him and thank the Ministry of Works. Although the one of them come and they take what we had here, we still thanking them. And I want them the minister to know he has some chump in the ministry and he had to shuffle up and himself with them in the ministry. So Wagiti came in yesterday evening, minutes to 4, and set up some of the tent. And when we come here this morning, we see he bring some tables there for us. So I want to thank him very much. We didn't have no chance to speak to him. One of them in the ministry come as he was talking, and she tell us, well, Wagiti go bring some tables, and he respond the same time. They respond same time, so we thank him for that.
All right, thank you very much. All right, so the story end, the wire bend. All right, we're moving on. Now, police is saying that the thief got so upset when he stole a car and looked back to find a child on the back seat of the car. They say he drove back to where he stole the car and chastised the mother for leaving the child unattended before taking off again. Oregon, USA. That is some kind of thing you just cannot make up. They say that the woman went into a grocery store at about 15 feet, 5 yards from the car on Saturday, leaving a 4-year-old child inside with the engine running and the vehicle unlocked. You understand? They say that the woman was in the market for a few minutes, and then the thief came, and then he took the car, he drove off with the car. Once the thief realized that the toddler was in the back seat, he drove back. Cussed up the woman for leaving her child unattended. And then he told the woman, "Look, your child." And then drove away with the stolen car. They say he actually lectured the mother for leaving the child, you know. Go look it up. I'm not making it up. They say the man give the woman a lecture about leaving the child in the back seat. He threatened to call the police on her. Listen, you want to see my script? All you want to see my script? He threatened to call the police for her for leaving her vehicle or for leaving the child in the vehicle. I'm not making it up. Huh? No. I don't know which one was. Whose side are you on? The woman's side or the thief's side? Let me hear. We survey tonight. Whose side are you leaning on? The woman's side or the thief's side? We are moving on. We're not getting started. We're getting warm on the program. Hear that piece. Hear that piece. Let me fix that. Let me call only moving. All you hear that piece. In St. Lucia. No. Right? This man going on a date. Date night. You understand? When he was attacked. You understand? I don't find that song kind of funny.
Bruised knees, swelling and lacerations to the head, and an aching body only tells part of Presley's Scotland story, one that still haunts him. Scotland said that on Sunday, January 17, shortly after 10 p.m., he went on a date with a female individual known to him over a year. The man said that his date requested a place that was secluded to have a conversation, and so he agreed, since she told him that she was in despair.
Home. I went home. She was there with me. I went home. She's like, I don't want to be home. I don't want to come home. I don't want to be home yet, or something like that. Corinth, right? She doesn't want to be home as yet. I'm like, we did all of that already, and we spoke and everything, and you're still saying you don't want to be home. So you still want to go back and drive, go back on the road.
Scotland said her request was granted, and as a result, they went to a private beach in the north. However, he observed that his date was distracted. He said what came next was a horrifying surprise.
Again, I didn't trust it, but anyways, that's where she wanted to go. I went. Then I just happened to see a guy in the dark walking close to the bushes with an orange shirt, a tall guy. I say that looking so strange. Like, why would you walk all over there when you couldn't just walk right in front of us one time, you know? But you're passing off, you know. While looking at that guy, I saw another white t-shirt further down in the bush, deeper down into the bushes. So, okay, I say, you know what? I tell her, let us go. Something is wrong.
The incident occurred on Redway Beach. He said that the date began acting suspicious after he rang the alarm.
When the guy saw me trying to rush, when I shouted, I tell him, let us go. And when he heard that, he tried to rush before I entered the vehicle. But I had time to enter the vehicle. I started the vehicle, the windows were down, but I had time to bring up the window. While it was going up, he had something like a gun, like he held it from by the nozzle or whatnot, and he tried to just smash the glass, which didn't happen. I could have just gone and just leave her there. But she was on the passenger side, like outside of the car. She just stood there watching. She just stood there.
He attempted to get away but failed to do so, but he managed to get out of his car.
And then he ran after me. We were making rounds around the car, and then I went a little higher up. And by the time I reached a little higher up, the other one, I don't know where he came from. I just felt one blow to my head there, one time. And then I just got weak. I fell, I got up again, I fell about 6 or 7 times. They gave me lash of posts, everything. I blocked it with my hands, that's why that burst and everything. I dragged on the ground. And she was just standing up there while all of that was happening. 2 tall guys.
Scotland said that he managed to run away from his attackers. He said he ran to the Rodney Bay police station to report the matter. The police, he said, responded within minutes to the scene, but upon arrival, he observed that the car was stolen. His date and his attackers, too, were nowhere to be found. Scotland showed up at the Grosley police station the day following the incident to make an official report. The car was discovered on Monday, January 18 in Corinth, Grosley. As for the date, Scotland said he has not received any word from her. Cecil Actil, MBC Prime.
You actually need to get a whole calendar. Eh? I'm telling you. What's in that? You can't be. Yo, listen. You have to know, who you're going in and kind of places there with that. Yeah, I mean, you make the woman convince you to leave the house. If you want that kid to eat that food, you're in the right place, you're home. You understand? But no, you want to go vehicle. You make her lure you into that kind of environment, and you get yourself mashed up. You know what I mean? But that's serious, there's nothing to laugh about. You know what I mean? Fellas, stay in control of the situation. You know what I mean? Stay in control of the situation. You know what I mean? Don't let nobody bring you in kind of funny place. You know what I mean? Anyway, and next time, turn around, reverse, and, pack up with your front-facing exit. You understand? So if anything, you know what I mean? You don't have to go through them kind of vibes. Boom, boom, and they roll. You know what I mean? Who in front is their loss. And who in the back is their loss too. But anyway, let that talk. Speaking about vehicle, you know what I mean? This morning I had a little experience where, and it's not the first time, and I mean no harm, but I think that we should, just before time running on, but yeah, I just wanted to state that I think that we should regulate when persons are allowed to drive learners on the nation's public roads. Somebody want to record that? Go ahead and record, because I know all they like to do that. But here I was saying, I think if you have any right to ticket somebody for parking on the side of the road for creating some kind of delay in traffic or obstruction, then you will have the same right to charge persons who obstruct traffic. It doesn't matter what the reason is. You should not be allowed to obstruct traffic. An obstruction is an obstruction. Doesn't matter what your objective is. You're obstructed. You understand? Unless you're meeting an accident or something that you cannot help. But I'm thinking, you know what? When we're talking about productivity and taking people serious and their work and stuff like that, how are we in 2021? Seeing long lines of traffic behind learners in peak time, drive time when people are trying to get to work. You understand? Everybody who wants to drive or who has a license would have liked to be tolerated, and we can appreciate that. But in 2021, I think, considering all our options, that we could come up with a better plan. We could come up with a better plan than to have 10 vehicles driving for 15 minutes behind a learner. What? What is this? You understand? And I've seen it too many times. I'm sure if a government minister has to experience that once or twice, or so, that changing long. But because it's poor people that have to go through it. Now, seriously, I mean no disrespect to no one. All I'm saying that we must have a better plan. Is that we designate a certain part of the island for a while for the persons to do their learning and stuff like that, And there's one time, also if they want a real traffic experience, you give them a real traffic experience at a certain time, maybe on a Saturday or something like that, But you can't. I mean, this is absurd in 2021. That's what I tell you. Don't vote me, no. When I hear I make a joke and say I because you see them think that is not gonna happen. No, don't be crazy. Productivity is important for any country, and so all these little loopholes and them should be fixed. Yeah, nah, man, you crazy, huh? Nah, you can't be. No, seriously. Yeah, I mean. Yeah, someplace, designate someplace, or if they must be on the road in them kind of time there, you regulate it. Okay, after there's 5 vehicles behind you, you have to pull over. Once you accumulate 5 vehicles behind you, pull over. Or if there's 5 vehicles for more than 5 minutes, pull over and allow them to pass. But some sort of regulation. But you can't have 15 vehicles, and this is not an exaggeration. You can have 10 and 15 vehicles driving behind a learner at 7:30 in the morning. That can't happen. It shouldn't happen. Likewise, it should not happen at 4:30 in the afternoon either. Shouldn't happen at 4:30. Shouldn't happen at 5 o'clock because you know. You understand? You know. Anyway, let me that talk there. Yeah, I mean, let me that talk there. You can stop the recording now. Anyway, folks, so now on a serious note, I respect everybody and think, but it's just my opinion that we must regulate that kind of stuff. Yeah? Okay, folks, we are taking a quick break and come back. We got a thing for you. You know what I mean? So let me take the break and thing, and we'll come back. When we come back, you know, things go nice again, like always. So we're coming back. Give me 2 minutes.
Hey, man. Well, man, that's you making us that trip. Why doing all this more?
Things tight since COVID, you know. And Christmas coming, the toys to build, and my house and my car to repair. The wife wants you to with and what you want me to do?
I'm expected to do all that with more.
Well, what you want me to do?
Why don't go down my communal? You don't have to pay them until January. They have 20,000 in giving away, and the interest rate low.
And listen to me, I try them orders and them people good. Who they want them on?
Well, watch. Like you have more than your heirs. Choose your loan at communal, giving you the money for what you want to do. It's a loan for you.
You know what? I'll get them a little try.
Listen. Where you going on this mode? You don't need it. Leave the mud, man. When you go down there, the rate's low. Low.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, they easy?
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Feel good facts.
Avoid the most common causes of spreading the flu. Cover your coughs and sneezes with a tissue, dispose of it straight away, and either wash your hands or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are food grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
It's showtime at Quartz. Shop today and save up to 30% off on selected Whirlpool cooker. Plus get a chance to win amazing weekly prizes with purchases of $299 and over. So don't delay. Get what you need now and pay absolutely nothing until 2021.
Showtime, we got it. Just what you need, yeah, Quartz got it.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Anywhere at any time and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
All right, and folks, while on the break, I saw some persons who wrote comments about, oh, you are a learner too, and they were. Listen, I got my license when let's say 18 years ago. 18 years ago, there were half the amount of vehicles on the road right now. We have to be realistic. There were half the amount of vehicles right now. You have to understand that times have changed. I used to go in the river and wash and go and bathe when I was a child. It doesn't mean that we have to go on the river and bathe right now. Things change. And so we have to be able to adjust to those changes. You can't, that's not a proper measuring stick to say that, oh, we did it before, so we should do it now. We rode on donkey carts back in the 80s, sometime in the 70s and 80s. Are you going to ride a donkey cart now because your parents did it or grandparents did it? No, times change. And so we have to find more efficient ways of operating and minimizing obstruction so that you can have productivity. That's all I'm saying. And so it has to do with finding a fair balance. Now you ask yourself if what is happening now is the best way of doing things. And if you are going to be realistic, it's not the best way of doing things. So how can we look at the situation and probably even provide a better environment for learners? So it's not about taking away anything. It's about finding a solution to what is a problem. Is there a problem? Are you going to say there is not? Probably you're not the one driving on the nation's road to experience that yourself. There is a problem and we ask ourselves, how can we fix it? If we go with the mentality that we can allow something to happen now because it used to happen back in the past, we go nowhere. That kind of mentality is archaic. That is old school kind of thinking. That takes you nowhere. As time progresses, as we develop into a faster moving nation, we have to find all the things around us that slow us down, and there are a lot, and fix them one by one. All right? So let's leave that there. How are we looking for time? Right, so what I'm going to do is we're going to post the national report on our website tonight, all right? So we're going to post the national report. So what we're going to do right now is we are going to go through the weather. And then from the weather, we're going to come back and we're going to do our do, you know what I mean? Right. So, we had a little rain today. And it was a little chilly this morning. Trust me, I didn't feel like going to work this morning. It was so chilly and nice. But anyway, in terms of tonight's weather, generally fair, becoming partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy at times with few brief to widely scattered showers. And tonight's minimum temperature 24.5 degrees Celsius and winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas moderate to slightly rough, waves 6 to 8 feet in open waters. A marine advisory is in effect. All right. And so, there you have it. You know, from time to time we see so many things that are happening, and we become so comfortable with accepting from government, from our bosses, from people who have certain positions, and we get so comfortable with accepting what seem to be the norm. You know, and so we do not give ourselves that drive to better situation. Listen, I go to sleep very late at night. Why? Because sometimes it's hard for me to, when you say, have I done everything that I needed to do today? Was I as productive as I can be today? And if the answer to that, or as I could have been today, if the answer to that is no, then you move, man. Is there something I could do to advance my day tomorrow? I just see so many things that are happening that slows us down as a nation. So many things. Like somebody's going to drive and they're going to stop in the road and they'll be talking, having a whole conversation, and they'll be like, all of us is drivers, everybody does do it. Like, yo! You know, and it seemed to be okay. It seemed to be okay. People work hard to satisfy their bosses, and 5 days into the next month, these people didn't get paid, and it's like, okay, they got paid when they're ready. You know, all these things that we accept, we don't. You know, we have to show that we are about a higher standard. And when we show that we are about a higher standard, we'll be treated with more respect. And things would gradually get better for us. But if you're willing to sit down and take a debt like a sheep all the time, where are you going to be going? Nowhere, and you're getting there very fast. You understand? So whenever we have the differences of opinion, the reason why we are taking a position shouldn't be because we are friendly with this person or we like that person, or because of any biased reasons. We should be fair. We should be fair. So even if you benefited from something and you know it is wrong, and there is an opportunity to right that wrong, you should not just stay quiet because you benefited from it. If there is something that you could do to fix it, then, or to help fix it, not to deprive anybody, but to create a better opportunity for somebody, then go ahead. Make that move. Make that move. You understand? Yep. So that's it right there, folks. As we said, we are going to post our national report today because it's a bit lengthy. It's almost like 20 minutes, you know, so we would not have time to do that. So right after this program, you can go onto our page and you will find the national report there. I want to say that I really appreciate your company here all the time, the interaction, the differences of opinion, you know, the ins and outs, the back and forth. Even if we disagree with each other's position, I still value your feedback. Of course, it takes all kinds to make a world. So by no means, even if we disagree, that we lose respect for each other. All right, just know that. All right, I love and I appreciate every one of you the same. All right, so folks, that's it. Let's just big up a few people before we go tonight. So we have Cynthia, we have Charmaine, we have Shireen, we have Noreen, we have my mom, we have Lintana. Who else is with us? I don't see the names scrolling. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. I only see about 5 names and it's not scrolling anywhere. Charmaine, and so the regular people, like I said, I'm not seeing the names scrolling. Okay, here they come now. Vicky, Angel, Kenny, Mishi. The names are not scrolling for some reason. I don't know, man. They're not scrolling. I have to go out and come back in. Osric, we want to say Dale, hello to you as well. We have Javar with us tonight as well. We want to say thank you for watching, Javar. We also have Angel with us. We want to pick up Angel. I'm going out and back and forth. Celine, we have Richard with us. We have Cassie with us as well. We want to say blessings to you as well, all right? And all the best to you and your family. So thanks again, folks. Don is with us as well. Big up Don. And Allah and Gemma. Zaka, and Small Man is doing much better, you know. He's doing much better. Thanks for asking. He's there. He might be pounding into the door anytime from now. All right. So thanks again for your concerns, guys. He did have a little fever. He's teething, and yeah, but he's going to be fine. You know, we took him to the doctor, and we got some meds and stuff for him to handle the fever, and we did some of the things that we, you know, the old school kind of way. We did that too, and his fever was able to get on. What did I say? The fever had us break. So the fever was broke. So the fever broke, as we say in local terms, and he's doing much, much better. All right. So thanks again. Okay. So that's it for tonight, folks. We're gonna come back tomorrow, God willing, and we're gonna have another nice program. You know, this is what we call news discussed, not told. Take care of yourself. Those of you who are viewing on cable, that's WPG10. We'd also like to say thank you as well for watching, guys. All the best. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we all say, Ja, no, Kirin and everyone else. Whoa. Gavin Alexander. Gavin, happy birthday to Gavin. Gavin celebrated his birthday yesterday, and I promised him that we were going to say happy birthday to him tonight. So Gavin, thank you for being here with us as well. Happy birthday to you, and may God richly bless you, and that we see you through a couple more years of success and, you know, blessings from God and, you know, happiness for you. Okay, so bless up Garvin. All right, guys, take care. John, what's happening, bro? Big up to the people in Mount Granby as well. Take care, guys. All the best.